this success wasn't made for me to just be rich. Because I don't feel comfortable being rich anymore. And that's what led me to say, I want to start giving back. And I want to create a purpose for myself moving in. And I want to start with Africa, because that's the impact that I felt walking into that whole concept and idea. And then me being a U.S. citizen, I also thought that I always had special perks. And it also gave me a purpose to be able to say that this could be one day, and offer that freedom, or that idea that freedom does exist. And as I started creating my foundation, I named it confidence for a reason. But I always used the con as the beginning of every business I opened up, no different from when I did music. I put the jail bars at the top of it. Because I started to realize that that word wasn't something that I should frown upon, because it was that experience that allowed me to be who I am today. So I never wanted to be embarrassed by saying that I was once locked up and I was once a convict. Because I started reading back in history books of all the people that made major differences in the world. They were all confined at one point in their life. If it wasn't physical through government, or isolated from the standpoint of having to be on the run, or physically locked up, they all mentally was confined in a way to where it opened their minds to a bigger world. And it gave me the opportunity to say, let me step forward with my spiritual side of me before I step forward from my ambitious side. And I know that sounds kind of tricky, but one thing I started to realize is that failure never existed. We just say that because it's a way of motivating ourselves to get to a certain place. But I always believe that if you feel in any kind of way that you failed, you're completely wrong. You didn't fail. You just didn't have all the information. So if you're after something, or you're trying to get to a certain place, or you have a specific goal you're trying to reach, and you don't reach that goal, it's only because you didn't have enough information. That's it. You didn't fail. You just didn't have enough information. Because if you had all the information, you would have succeeded in whatever it is you think you're trying to achieve. And oftentimes, some things are never or should never be evaluated by age. You know, most times people make that mistake of saying, well, I want to be at this certain level by the time I reach 25. By the time I'm 35, I want to be achieving this. It's okay to create goals, but don't bank on them, because things is going to happen when God wants it to happen, not when you want it to happen. Now, you need to work towards it constantly, though. Always perfecting your craft, always moving towards a growth impactful standpoint. But don't bank on an age goal, and that because what happens is if you don't achieve it in that moment, most people start to give up, or they start thinking, oh, I failed myself, or I didn't do anything right. That's not always true. Sometimes things don't happen when you want it to happen. It happens when God wants it to happen. And that's the side that I think a lot of entrepreneurs miss, the spiritual side of your goal, or the spiritual side of your success. And then you ask yourself, what is success? Is it fame or fortune? Does that measure what success is to you? Or is it faith? Like, me, success is faith. That's me. If God is not smiling upon me, I'm not successful. I don't care if I have $1 billion in the bank, $100 million in the bank. Matter of fact, the biggest company in the world with $1 trillion in the bank. What good am I if I have that much money sitting in the bank in the first place? You have all these kids starving, all these problems that need to be solved, and you got $1 billion in the bank. So we all have our own motives of why we do what we do, and we all have our own definition of what success is to you. But more than anything, you have to be true to yourself as to what your thoughts and motivations for what you do. And don't measure success by material things. Because we've seen hundreds of millions of companies that's worth billions of dollars be worth $1 billion today and then worth practically nothing tomorrow. So you have to think from a different level of what your satisfaction becomes. Because ultimately, when you become that person that looks to impact from a standpoint of fortune, then it's a different way of how you structure your business. But if you're doing it just for a financial gain, then that's very easy to structure because it's just about profit and loss. Me, I just choose to do it in a way to where anything I do get into, I want it to have an impact. I want to get into business that's going to help people. It's no different from President Khalid, what he just said. What problems are you solving? The most successful businesses in the world are businesses that solve a problem or that has a solution to whatever the issues are in life that you're facing or dealing with. Right? So, if you think along those lines, I think success is inevitable. It's just a matter of you working hard and patience in the process. Because our generation, we just have this idea that everything is supposed to happen right away. Because we've seen success, we've seen other people close to us have success, but half the time we don't calculate the time in which it took to get there. And you shouldn't ever be in a rush to fail. Take your time with everything, just be patient. Patience is literally the key to success. The hardest part for us is wait. Because a lot of us never survive that wait. Most of us break down during that wait. That wait is serious because we're impatient. And when you're doing something that's never been done before, patience is even more required because it's never been done before. There's going to be a million mistakes made in the process. And there's going to be millions of solutions that may not be that solution for that specific thing, but may even branch you off to something else, which may sidetrack you from your original goal. So all this time has to be calculated. And then as you identify partners and people that you think can help you get to that next stage, the hardest part is finding partners that believe in what you believe in, or someone that you align with that understands what your goal is. Because it's hard to finance someone else's dream if you're in business. Because the whole purpose of business is to double, triple your return. But if you put yourself in a position where you find a piece of your dream in someone else's, it makes it easier to invest. And the biggest problem I used to run into starting was finding money. Financing is always the biggest problem or the biggest challenge in everybody's business, especially for startups. And you never really know where that startup is going to go. Because Prince Khalid is right, that 80-20 rule is real. It's dead real. But the question is, how much are you willing to lose? I don't believe in losses. I always believe in gains. Because no matter how many times you do good, you're going to always be rewarded. So now, every investment, to me, is charity. Now, that may be a very naive way of putting it when you're speaking about business. But that's me putting my spiritual side again in front. Because I just don't believe in having that much sitting away when I know I can apply it to changing somebody's life. Now, I may not make $1 million off of that transaction, but I know I get a few good credits towards paradise. I'm cool with that. So, entrepreneurs, I'm gonna take you just a little further. That message was to the investors. So, put some money aside to make money, and put some money aside for extra credit. Entrepreneurs, whatever you do not alienate your gift. Because oftentimes we get into businesses that we know or we believe is going to make us a lot of money right away, or we jump into businesses that we feel is the cool thing to do at the time, at the moment. And we may have a specific gift that may not be as attractive as the things you would want to get into because of the surroundings that you're surrounded by. Now, one thing I've realized is that when you're great at something, you do it a lot. And oftentimes you do it a lot because you're passionate about it and you just love it. So anything that you love to do, you're gonna always do it a lot. You'll do it for free because you love it so much. And those are the kind of things that you wanna gear your business towards, because when you do something a lot, you become great at it. And anything that you're great at, people will pay you for that service. Let me just throw something out the sky, just to say, far away. Let's say hypothetically, I love to cook. And I'm gonna use it as an example. I just love to cook. I'm not a real chef, but I'm just saying,